Jésù ó ṣeun, ìyẹn f'Olùgbàlà. Ó ṣe Jésù ó ṣeun, ògo Ọlọ́run ọba mi. Ó ṣe Jésù ó ṣeun, ìṣẹ́gun orí rẹ̀. Ó ṣeun, ó ṣe o Jésù, a ó máa yìn ọ́. Ó ṣe o Jésù, Ọlọ́run ayọ̀ wa. Ó ṣe o Jésù, a ó máa yìn ọ́. Bàbá gbọ́pẹ́ tá mú wá fún wọn. Ìwọ lọ́pẹ́ yẹ, ìwọ níyìn yẹ, ìwọ lógo yẹ. Ọlọ́run ayọ̀ tó dá wa sáyé. Ìwọ lọ́pẹ́ yẹ, ìwọ níyìn yẹ, ìwọ lógo yẹ. Bàbá, Ọlọ́run ayọ̀, Ọlọ́run ayọ̀. If you are giving thanks, it's simply because you have known enough. You have seen enough. You can sense, you can do everything you are doing right now. You've done today, you'll be doing again. It is by God's grace. It is by God's mercy. And one thing I know about God is not a religious God. God is a spiritual God. Before I move further in the talk for the day, I want to show my appreciation, of course, as I've showed to God Almighty. God also used some people as instruments for our making. So first to Ayola Foods Limited, that have continued to sponsor this talent program on this station. We want to say thank you to Ayola Foods Limited, and God will continue to promote the company, whether the devil likes it or not, to continue to work stronger. I also want to show my appreciation to my daddy. Daddy Rotimi Akpo is my benefactor. He's doing very, very wonderfully. There's aphorism that says, a man that forgets its benefactor throws away the benefits of tomorrow. So I must show my appreciation to Pastor Rotimi Akpo. He's doing wonderfully for this organization and in the entire nation. There is a pastor in Redeemed Christian Church of God, but does not limit his impartation to the Redeemed Christian Church of God. He also extending it to the world. And I must tell you, he believed in our program, and that is why he has been so helpful. He has been so helpful. I made something today. It is through him. Pastor Rotimi Akpo is my advisor, is my daddy, is my pastor, is my friend, is my benefactor. He has done so much for me. Since I've known him, my story changed, connected me to so many people, both international and national. I want to say thank you to him and the way he has this nation in mind. I have not seen such of him. Thank God, he said he's not interested in politics, and he will never be interested in politics. But the truth is, such men are needed in the place of authority. They are thinking every day on how to improve the standard of living of this nation. That's what they think. And when they discover anything, they act upon them. I want to say that Pastor Rotimi Akpo is a real pastor. He's a real pastor. And they say my mentor is Pastor E.A. Adeboye. Whatever he's doing is learned from Daddy Adeboye. I said, sir, you're a wonderful man. So you have a mentor with all good works. He said that is his office. That is where Daddy G.O. positioned him. The area of humans empowerment and improvement, the area of improvement of the standard of living. That is his mission in Redeem. And that is how he's trained by Daddy G.O. Adeboye. Daddy, I want to say thank you one more time for training my daddy, Daddy Akpo. So the topic of my message this evening is knowing what the hand is holding for you. From experience, I found that the beginning is not always like the end. The beginning is always different from the end. So, and the knowledge that is missing in everyone's life today is the knowledge of the end. Is what the end is holding for individual. Knowing what the end is holding for you. How many people have you met in life that can tell exactly what will happen in their end? They don't know. We can only prophesy. We can aspire. We can pray. We can ask God for good end. Though it's good to know many things, but there's nothing like knowing what will be after now. The first knowledge of human is known what has been. The second knowledge is knowing what is here. The third knowledge is known what will be after now. The fourth knowledge, which is most important knowledge that should be hidden inside of our bone, is knowing what this future is holding for you. Is knowing what the future is holding for you. Knowing what the end is holding for you. Knowing what will come at you at the end. Knowing what must come for you in the end. Knowing what will come to you at the end. Our Creator is not pleased with knowing what is visible alone. He's more pleased with what is invisible. The true requirement for a permanent transformation of individuality is spirituality. The true key of living is to be spiritual. Spirituality is to be conscious of the senses, time, feeling, intentions, doings, events, and even the future. You are sensitive about everything. That is spirituality. Is to be sensitive about everything. Spirituality is all about consciousness, sensitivity, and the growth of imagination. You grow your imagination. You control your imagination. That's spirituality. There are lots you can gain from being spiritual. Why spirituality has end over physicality is because God dwells in spirit. So the spiritual humans will always have power over the physical human because God dwells in spirit. God is more powerful than men. God is our maker. He knows the source He made us with. So the sense that forget God is not the right sense. Spirituality is a place of God. God, our Creator, does not access by the physical. And the most relevant living knowledge is the knowledge of Creator. The knowledge of the Creator has less to do with what we can see. If you are not spiritual, most of what you know will have limitation. Most of the things you see have limitations. Most of the people you know, you don't know their head. You don't know what they will turn to later. But when you are spiritual, you can judge future rightly. Everything that manifests before now manifested first through spirits. God does not give humans the assignment it can fulfill through the flesh, but through the spirit. Things are made from the realm of the spirit first before the physical manifestation. Everything was not started with the flesh and will not end with the flesh, but with the spirit, and will be survived by the spirit. There's nothing reasonable started in the flesh. Started first in the spirit and will not end with the flesh, but survive by the spirit. There are more of the things we have not seen in the spirit. What we are seeing in the physical are little compared to what we can see in the spirit. The inventions are in the spirit. Your success is in the spirit. Your tomorrow is in the spirit. Your person is in the spirit. Your career is sourced from the spirit. So why are you despising the spirit? Why am I despising the spirit? Why are we despising the spirit then? You have nothing to fear when you are spiritual. You have only God to fear when you are in spirit. A spiritual man does not care about the past. They live through the present to the future. They are always in the realm of the future. They can be appropriate at the future they pictured. Our Creator opened up to us through spirituality. God opens up to us through a spiritual sense of reality. The only personality, the only force that can make known to you the purpose of your creation is your Creator. But that your Creator lives in spirit, then you have no option than to be spiritual. We have lots today that are living without the knowledge of the purpose of their creation. Why? Because they despised the sense of spirituality. Humanity has forgotten is a debtor to reality without the purpose of creation. Even the world works with a purpose. The world that is accommodating us is working with purpose of creation. Everything lives for a purpose, exists for a purpose. They work according to their purpose. Yet you are living without a purpose, then there is problem. You cannot realize your purpose from what you are seeing around you. You can discover the purpose of your creation through the sense of the spirit. You are not powerful if you are not spiritual. Spirituality has power over physicality. What you are seeing has a lesser power. What you don't see is more powerful than what you are seeing.
Coming soon.
You don't know anything if you don't walk with your spirit. Until you are in spirit, you cannot understand your value. You cannot know how much you mean to our world. You don't know how much you mean to your God. You don't know how much you mean to destiny, to future, until you are in spirit. We are not meant to live forever in the flesh, but in the spirit. God is not seeing us through the flesh. He's seeing us through the spirit. The physical eyes sees only the things of the physical. The spiritual eyes sees the things of the spirit. And you have known that your value is in the spirit. Everything you are aiming at are still dwelling in the spirit. There are levels in the realm of the spirit. There is lowest level, middle level, and there is highest level of spirituality. The journey of your spirituality has no end until you get to heaven. What we call heaven is higher realm of spirituality. If your enemy can be more spiritual than you, then he's more powerful than you. The battle of life is not won by the physical view, nor by structure, nor by stature, but by spiritual sense. The power in living is not gained by visibility study, but through invisibility study, the sense of mystery. My assignment in living is to sell a mysterious sense to the world. I'm owing the world nothing but the truth. As much as people are yet to be where they wish to be, the desire is yet to be acquired. I'm owing the world the truth of living. Many still want more of what they have not gotten. They see more of what they don't want to see, as much as the world still see more of what they don't want to see. I'm owing the world a mysterious sense of reality. The world is good, but not to the people without a true sense of living. And the true sense of living can only come through a good sense of spirituality. The nation, the people must come to know that the growth they experience is measured with the growth of their spirit. The world is growing too far from home. Our homes as humans is spirituality. Our world is giving too much attention to carnality than spirituality. People prefer what is carnal than what is spiritual. So we grow to depreciate with carnality and die without the hope of eternity. We have forgotten that whatever we give attention to on earth will determine what will take us to heaven.
Coming soon, the knowledge of your value, discovering your talents. These most informative books are written by Dr. Prime Fortunate Biakelolua, the Talent World host and the president of Joy of the World Foundation nationwide.
Name is the most sensitive label in living. Give for God's sake and never for man's sake. You will gain a true success in living.
It's available in Joy of the World offices nationwide for distributors and marketers.
Thank you very much for staying tuned with us this very time. I want to believe our words have been so impactful, because after all this talk, I also go home to sit down and study these things I said, so that it will not be minus from my life as well. So please keep studying our points. I believe it has a way of making a change in us, in our businesses, in whatever we are engaging ourselves in doing. Thank you.